I'm just like, yo, what is going on with the energies out here? So I started shuffling. I'm like, let me just do a silent enemies reading. It is Libra season. It's karmic season. All of us are reaping what we sown right now. So we're gonna pull up some energy to make sure that you are just paying attention to your surroundings. You're looking at what's going on around you, keeping your eyes open, keeping your intuitive eye open. All right, so I'm gonna pull three cards and we're gonna dig in and see what you need to be careful of, you know, as you move forward through Libra season and the rest of the year, especially with this the changing of the nodes, the north node and the south node. That's why we're all in this crazy eclipse energy. And then we got all these planets in retrograde. So it's a lot going on up in the planetary bodies. So as above, so below. So we just gonna see what's going on here in reference to what you need to do to keep yourself from, collecting any unnecessary negative karma that don't belong to you. Okay? Take what resonates, leave the rest. If it don't resonate, don't try to make it, don't try to make it resonate. Just take it as entertainment, okay? All right, so I got three cards here, so I'm gonna clarify each, but I'm gonna show you what I got. The first one is the vampire energy. The second one is femme fatale. And then the third one is reunion. So this vampire energy, to me, automatically what I'm getting is somebody want to drain you of your energy, or they do drain you, whether you know it or not, whether it's their intention or not. This is just somebody who wears you out. Whenever you're around them or you come from being around them, you be tired. You ever be intimate with someone and you notice you be sleepy all the time afterwards. Now it's one thing if you ain't been getting sleep, but if it's just, it could be that your energy source is being drained, especially after sex. you know there's nothing wrong with falling asleep because you're tired and you wore yourself out, but that's because your energy was drained. Now, is it being drained in, or reciprocated or what have you, or, is it an even exchange rather? Let's put it that way. It don't look like it here. So you got to be careful of people coming around trying to drain you of your energy. And again, unintentionally as well. You can have some people who just, they may need somebody to talk to, or they may need somebody to confide in. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with confiding in people. There's nothing wrong with sitting down and helping people need an ear, things like that. But you have to learn discernment on where to draw the line, because once you let that in, for a lot of you, the next thing you know, this person's going to be, every time you talk to them, it's going to be about whatever their problem is. So maybe they told you about it today. Maybe you ain't speak to them again for another week and they told you about it then. Now it's like, okay, and you ain't spoke to them in 2 days and now here it is again. And now every time you talk to them, you hearing about this person. Now it's like every time you talk to them, they got you on the phone, or, you tied up in at least 10 minutes of this conversation. That type of stuff drains your energy. I know you're trying to help, but Libra season is very important. Okay. We're in it right now. One of the negative traits of Libra is being a people pleaser. Turn that off. Well, I'm a nice person. I can't. Okay. Yeah. That's nothing wrong with being a nice person, but Libra season teaches you to use discernment as to who you should be using, giving that energy into, and who you should not. No one's asking you to change who you are. Just saying, use discernment. All right. Let's see what the energy, the dark energy is behind this vampire energy. Be careful. Okay. This could be anybody. Yeah. See, embarrassed. So this is what's behind this energy. So I don't know if somebody is staying with someone. What I'm getting with this is that somebody is staying in a connection, a business partnership, a relationship where they're getting some type of benefit. The outside world sees the benefit, but internally, that this is not right for you. Whether it's a business deal, an organization that you're involved in, whether it's a religious group or a spiritual, whatever, or a family dynamic or whatever, their association or this coming out may maybe have an embarrassment for you, or you might be embarrassed because you was involved with it, or you knew about it, or something like that. That could be it. But this could be the worst case scenario of what happens if you don't pay attention to your intuition. If your intuition is telling you that, for example, there's a maybe you're dealing with someone and they don't want to go out in public with you. You don't ever go out together, like if that matters to you. Some people that don't, they don't give a shit about all of that. Now, if it matters to you, and this is what's going on, this person is just draining you of your energy, and they're doing whatever they can to keep you around, but they could be embarrassed of being known or associated with you, or you know what I mean. So be careful of that, people being used sexually, and a person don't want to be with you. Okay, that's one thing. um, Somebody could be related to someone, you know, they could be a family member of a large organization. It could be, you know, somebody, an organization that people may trust. It could be an organization that people may look at as they're corrupt and they do crime. There could be family members of yours who are out in the public spotlight getting justice for the crimes that they've done in whatever shape, form, or fashion, and you're associated in some way, shape, or form. Or this could be you getting justice in some, you know what I'm saying. But you know, be careful of the people you hang out with and the people you associate with, because another energy that I get with this is the whole thing with P Diddy. You know that you know, energy that they were doing, and now the people who were associated with it are embarrassed. It's crazy. I mean, like right now they talking about LeBron, you know, about how he was associated with it and how they got clips of him talking about it's nothing like a Diddy party. Like, yo, everybody who was at Diddy parties and on camera is now being put out there. This is craziness right now. So be careful. Let's just get one more clarifier here. Tell me more about this embarrassed energy. Be careful of what you were doing, your deeds. If you were around people who were doing dirt and you knew about it, it could possibly come out that you were associated or affiliated, or you knew. Now, there may not be any repercussions for you that would be major. The most that maybe for some of you, the worst that hanging out with him when he was doing that shit, or yo, you was around, he was, you know what I mean? That might be the worst, but it could be a lot worse than that too. So just, you're going to see a lot of that going on too. Okay, so you might be around someone or know someone who might be going through this. This could be why it's showing up as well. Okay, I guess this deck ain't got nothing to say. Yeah, so some of you, this could be an energy of somebody else, and also with the silent enemy. Keep in mind with the silent enemy reading. Let me get it out. My thoughts are like running faster than my tongue is. But when we're talking about a silent enemy, we could be talking about your internal self. You at war with your internal self as well. Okay, so if you are somebody who may be in a situation where you were accused of being someone who was draining somebody of their energy, that could be what you're experiencing in reference to karma. And you know, maybe this is something that embarrasses you. Or it could be like, for example, God forbid, somebody's husband, something comes out and it's exposed that he was, you know, involved in some type of vampiric energy or activity, right? And family members, lovers, friends could be embarrassed. So, you know, these are types of things we're talking about here that are going on with Libra season. This is a rough time for a lot of people. So just please also keep your patience, count to 10, mind your business. Yeah, somebody did something that they're embarrassed about. King of Pentacles in reverse. They could have stole some money. This could be somebody who has some, you know, deviant sexual behavior. Okay, because the Pentacles rule the physical body. Okay, and then you have the vampire energy here. So this could be, you know, sexual energy. Someone draining someone sexually. Someone selling themselves for money. Someone could be involved in sex trafficking. All kinds of crazy stuff could go on with this King of Pentacle energy in reverse. This is somebody who do whatever to get a dime. They'll sell another human being to get a dime. This is a grimy individual right here. So some of you may find out that somebody was doing this. If this is not, and it could be a woman, don't get it twisted because you see the King of Pentacles in reverse. King energy just represents masculine energy. It represents taking action or doing something. So if this person was doing this, they were actively involved in the organization that was, involved with the money laundering or the sex trade industry. Or this could just be somebody who sells themselves, or this could be a man who goes out and, a serial killer type of energy. Okay, so you really got to be careful out here. Some of you could have been around this individual or been around something like this and may be embarrassed to speak about it. But that's just, all kinds of scenarios. It don't have to be that. But I'm just telling, because this is a general reading. So it's like different energies are coming in and I'm trying to say them, but it's so many of them. And that's why I'm kind of tripping over my words, so forgive me, but I'm not trying to bore you with so many different examples, but I feel like you get the gist. Okay, just be careful of people who are trying to take from you, and be careful of you being that way to people as well. Okay, and not giving someone something back. Somebody's been depleted. Okay, and somebody could be embarrassed, like, this person came around and they took everything I had. They took all my money. They was in my account. They robbed me of my account. They was having sex with me and they was robbing me. Some of you be careful not to run into this type of individual. This could be what their plan is. Okay, be careful, and it could be exposed later. Some of you may find out that this is somebody you dealing with, that is being exposed in some way, shape, or form. Be careful out here how you respond to things. Don't let somebody else's karma that's affiliated with you get you in a situation where you automatically create negative karma for yourself. Otherwise, your partner got caught doing something, and then you turn around and do something, and now you locked up, you in prison because of the emotional way you responded. Please take time to think before you act. I know it's easier said than done. I got this posted right on my wall. Let me show you. This posted. I got this on my wall. It says, look at it logically. Every time I walk past this, whatever is on my mind, I make sure I try to take my emotions out of the situation. I try not to act when I know I'm upset or frustrated or there's emotion involved with the situation. And I try to think about it before I respond. So if you got to put yourself a note upon, for anything, it don't matter, but for anything, if you got to remind yourself to take your emotions out of the situation and look at it logically before you respond, do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it at all. Because you don't want to be in a situation where it costs you money. You know what I mean? Because you were dealing with somebody who got you dragged into something or was involved in something that put you in a position where you look like this is what you was doing when you really wasn't, or you didn't have no clue. It could have been a setup. It could be, just pay attention, okay? Pay attention. Let's move on to Femme Fatale. All right, so this is another silent enemy energy you need to be careful of. Okay, so those of you who date women, okay, or this could even just be like, say, you are a mother and you have a son, he's an adult son, but you can see the woman he dealing with ain't shit. It ain't no good, but he ready to put a ring on it, or done already did. And for some of y'all, this could be, oh, okay, I need to catch him before this woman, because she's trying to get him to lock him down. So you may need to run into your son or your cousin or your nephew and be like, hey, let me holler at you for a minute. Let me talk to you for a minute. You need to be careful for her. She, I done heard blah, blah, blah. And, don't start no stuff just because you don't like the person. But if you know the person is trouble, then, and you want to share that with your person, share it with them. It ain't up to you what they're going to do. They're going to have to decide what they're going to do. And all this is, again, is thinking before you act. So it's interesting how this came up right before that. But, some of you also need to be careful of being looked at as this type of individual here. Okay. I'm not sure if this is somebody who maybe is backed up and needs to have a release, but that could be what's going on too. So be careful that you got to figure out what to do with your energy. I can't tell you what to do with your energy, but you got to figure it out. Okay. Some of you got a lot of sexual energy, and this is not just men, it's women too. Right. This could be a man who is around a woman like this, and he may be married and, doing his thing, or in a relationship, or he just may be celibate. Maybe he just don't want to be in this energy with her, and she's tempting him. Okay, so be careful. Okay, let's just see what the dark energy is behind this here. All right, so we got faithless. Okay, so for some of y'all dealing with someone who don't have no beliefs. When I hear faithless, automatically what I'm getting is this person don't know. I get an energy of use what you got to get what you want. I don't agree with that. I mean, you could agree if you want to, that's cool, but I don't, and here's why. I look at this as this is something that you need to be careful of, this mentality. As a woman, I feel like, to me, the only woman who would resort to this is a woman who cannot use her intelligence, her wit, to get what she wants. This is somebody who doesn't have anything else. They feel like they don't have nothing left to offer a man, or a person, but whatever. And so, their sex. And so, to me, these two could be tied. Some of you could be dealing with people, or have people coming into your lives, or find out that the person you was dealing with is just there to get dough, or just there to have sex with you and use you for sex. Like, they could be really attracted to you, but that's what they're draining you for something. Like, if you stop and think about relationships to a certain extent, people are in relationships looking at, okay, well, how is this person? Okay, if I agree to be in a relationship, okay, I know what I can do for this person, but what can they do for me? A lot of people have that what can they do for me attitude, right? And so there's an energy here of somebody looking at, okay, well, if they're not going to give me A, B, and C, I'm not going to deal with them. Or on the flip side of it is like, okay, he can give me that, but I can't get nothing else. Okay, I'll just take this. Like, this is somebody who don't have no faith and belief that they can get what they want without using their sexual organs to do so. I just got another blip about young girls being careful out here doing what they, just be careful out here. There's people out here that are just, yeah, be careful. See, with the magician energy in reverse, be careful of being I don't want to say the word brainwashed. A lot of us right now are hurting because of the things that we're experiencing, right? And so if you are going through some things and you're getting a karma, or you've just dealt with some karma that you had to deal with because of some things you've done, I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you what the cards are saying. My thing is just be careful, because if you're still in pain from that karma that you had to deal with, you could be vulnerable to people telling you things, or vulnerable in a way that you normally wouldn't. You may feel like, yo, I don't believe in God, because if God was real, why would they take my mother? Why would God allow that to happen? Right? So this is this type of energy. Okay, so you got to be careful, around about that type of energy. So maybe there's somebody who's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going to be loyal. Why be loyal? Why be loyal to my wife? Why not let me just do what I do? Or there could be a woman who feels like, you know what, her marriage came apart and fell apart, and so she just feel a different way about men now. So she's like, I don't care about nobody marriage. That don't mean nothing to me. If I want them, I'm gonna get them. Also, this could be, like I said, about be careful of being manipulated into selling yourself for sex. Okay, because this vampire energy and this page of pentacle in reverse, this gives me pimp energy here. Okay, somebody could be embarrassed because they may find out that a dude that they were dealing with was trying to pimp them, or they are looked at as being pimped. So there's a lot of embarrassment here. There's also an energy of someone realizing that, no matter what they say, they're not going to get what they want in a connection or a relationship. Give me more with this magician energy in reverse. Don't agree to do something without signing any paperwork. Don't just take somebody's word for it in reference to, oh, I got you. No, put something in writing. Okay, yeah, Ace of Cup energy in reverse. So this is, somebody who's heartless, okay? This is obsessive behavior. This is somebody who's very obsessive, very controlling and manipulative. You got to be careful of these people who are coming around trying to seduce you. Okay, the devil comes looking real pretty. This is how the devil comes for the man and for the woman. If the devil came looking like this, okay, like would you really be? Come on, he's pale as out. You know that's come on, you know that's a vampire. You would run. You'd be on the other side of the street. But when the devil come looking like this, or whatever you're attracted to, of course you're gonna be intrigued. Of course you're gonna be drawn. You're gonna make a point to try to connect with this person. It's just that's the way the energy is going to be. That's because it's meant for you to learn this lesson. Some of you have to be careful here. Some people, they're brokenhearted with this Ace of Cup energy in reverse and this Magician in reverse. Someone's heart is broken, and so they may be feeling faithless right now. So as a result, they could just be, needing some affection, needing some attention, right? And so they fall into the arms of this man or this woman, but that man or that woman that they are like, vulnerable to is looking at them as if they are out here, being a hoe. Yeah, this is what they would call it because somebody's heartbroken and they were vulnerable. So they'll manipulate this person or, because they see that the person is at a point where they're vulnerable. So just be careful. And then they'll try to turn around and call this person a hoe. Well, you gave it up right away. Yeah, well, you saw that she was emotionally vulnerable. And just because she's of age, don't mean that you should still take advantage of her when you saw she was emotionally vulnerable. Well, some people think like that. Some people are real messed up. So you got to be careful out here, men and women. They do the same shit. Men do the same shit women do. Women do the same shit men do. It ain't no difference. Women will do this stuff. They do these things. Okay? They sexually assault children and all that too. Okay? There's a lot of men who, if they had a chance to actually tell their story and didn't feel embarrassed, they would tell you that, some of them were molested by women when they were younger. So this is somebody who is heartless here. Just be careful. If you have a broken heart and you're suffering right now, just be careful of the people you're running into. Okay? Be careful who you confiding in. It could be somebody who's been sitting around waiting for you to be vulnerable, and then now, they want to hop on. So just watch yourself, okay? The third card here is reunion. So with reunion, there are going to be people who are going to want to come back around. Okay, this card specifically references a relationship, like an intimate connection, but it could be friends, family members, things like that. Okay, I think you should focus more on the feeling that the reunion would give you, like reuniting with someone that you have a connection with. Doesn't have to be sexual, but you've had a connection with this person, right? For whatever reason, so some of you reuniting is not a good thing. I was saying in one of my other readings, it's cool to get closure if you can get it, and that's what, first of all, if you want it, right? Cool. There's nothing wrong with wanting that, but there is a strong possibility that you will never get it. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to put yourself in power to be able to let that go. Accept the fact that, you know what, I might never get closure from this situation. I'm so tired of this stressing me. I'm so tired of thinking about it. I don't want this energy. You know what I mean? And just focus on something else. Program your mind to focus on something else every time you think about that situation. Like your mind is amazing. I was just thinking about that earlier. Like, what is the one thing that you have the most power over and is the most powerful that you own? The most powerful thing you own. It's your mind, because it determines how you respond and react to your environment and your stimuli. Like, it's amazing, the power you have. And we only tap into a small portion of it. But at any rate, I don't want to go all into that, but I was just thinking, like, just be careful with who you connect with, who you're connecting with, and why they're coming back around. Get people's intention. And it's nothing wrong with getting an apology is what I was really trying to say. It's nothing wrong with getting an apology, but just know that sometimes you can't get an apology. People will do you wrong and they know they did you wrong and they don't give a fuck. You got to sit with that. Right? And let it go. There's nothing wrong with sitting with it and feeling with it, because there's nothing wrong with feeling. You here to experience. This was part of your experience. This is what you was here to experience. But now it's time to let it go. For some of y'all, it's time to let it go. These planets are about to go direct now. Okay. So it's time to, reassess for the last time, and then, let it go. So figure out what you can do. Some of the things you can do is you can write a letter. Isn't there is it a lunar eclipse that's coming up, or a full, a solar eclipse? I don't remember which one it is. I think it's a lunar eclipse. But at any rate, because it's an eclipse, and eclipses are about a letting go of emotion that we no longer need, you can write it out, even if you can't see the person anymore. Maybe they've passed on. Maybe they've moved someplace and you don't have no contact with them. You don't know where they are. Hell, maybe they're in Alaska and you in Puerto Rico. I don't know. But what you can do is you can write a letter, and you can go outside. You can do it at night. You go outside, read the letter out loud, and then ask your guides or whoever you believe in to send this message to the person that you're writing it to, and then burn it. And that way you can say what you got to say. You can get your closure, so you can tell this person what you wanted to tell them, and then move on. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Nothing wrong with getting an apology, but you don't have to take a person back. What energies are behind this reunion energy here? You ain't got to go meet up with nobody to talk to them if you don't want to. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, okay, I'll take an apology, but I'm not going to go meet you to hear you say sorry to me. I'm not going out of my way. You can tell me that shit over the phone or through an email. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. So, some of you, you get caught up and you're going to want to go meet this person. And that's probably what their plan is, to play games with you. They know they can manipulate you because they know you brokenhearted. Y'all got to be careful. Y'all got to be careful. This person don't want you to believe in what you want to believe in, which is making you walk away from them or making you stay away from them. They don't want you to believe in that. So they're going to come back around and try to manipulate. So you got to listen to these people. Yeah, see, anxious energy. So if you're saying, look, I'll think about it, and they start getting anxious, wanting to rush you, there's your red flag. Some of you need to be careful wanting to get back with someone, okay? Don't be so quick to do it. Don't be so quick, all right? It could be, this person is just playing with you, manipulating you. And for some of you, you may meet someone. Don't be so quick to jump in. This is not a good time to be in relationships. I'm not going to say be in. This is not a good time to start relationships. With the planets in retrograde and people, especially in Libra season, you got to let people get their karma first. You jumping into relationships with people and they just getting their karma served. Just chill to the end of the year. You know what I mean? You may have your eye on somebody. You can still hang out with them, but I would just be cool until these planets all start going direct, which is towards the winter, the fall and the winter. Because people coming out of stuff, and then they got people who might be mad at them, and all of that stuff. Just let all that. It's like a lot of smoke going on right now. You know what I mean? It's starting to clear, but just give that smoke time to clear. That way you can see things clearly. This anxious energy is the world energy. Yeah, somebody see this person knows the cycle is coming to a close. This person knows their time is up. Or they could be trying to do something within a certain time frame. That's why they're anxious. Either they're trying to do something malicious, trying to reunite with you because they only got a specific amount of time to do it, or they know that you've been gone too long. Like, wait a minute, they usually come back. Wait a minute, wait. Let me call. Let me find out what's up. This type of energy, okay? Or you tell them you might need some time and they afraid because they know that you cutting them off. They may think that, oh, okay, she's just afraid to tell me, or he afraid to tell me, but he talk about he need time. So they know, for some of y'all, they know that this means you ain't rocking with them. Some of y'all are uncomfortable with this person. You're uncomfortable telling them how you feel. I don't know if you're scared of them because of physical assault or whatever, but, or they're aggressive or abusive. I don't know why you're afraid of these people. I'm not sure. But this cycle's coming to an end. This is Saturn energy, okay? Definitely coming to an end here. There's definitely a timestamp on this situation. You may be feeling anxious about it too because you ain't never been away from this person for so long. So some of you are getting very anxious because, there's a transition that's going on. Maybe you really have left the relationship and it's really over. Yeah, Knight of Sword energy. See, somebody wants to come in, rush in, and communicate before it's too late. This person may realize that you're going to meet someone else. They know you're going to meet somebody else. They know it. And they don't want you to do that. So they're going to come back in. But what are they? They're coming as the Knight of Swords. They're not coming in as, a King of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, if you come in as the Knight of Swords, it's like you're not telling me everything. You're only saying what I need you to hear, or whatever will convince me to do what it is you want me to do. You're not saying it. You're playing with the words. It's manipulation. And this is what I was talking about with this Magician energy in reverse. This person is playing with your heartstrings. They heartless. They don't care. Some of y'all could be dealing with somebody who is really, I would be interested in seeing their planetary alignments. My goodness. Okay. Especially with what's going on right now with Pluto in retrograde in Capricorn. Neptune's in retrograde. Saturn is in retrograde. Chiron's in retrograde. Uranus is in retrograde. What is it? Jupiter's about to go into retrograde. Okay. I wonder if I'm missing one. I'm wondering if I'm missing one. But those are the ones that are in retrograde. Yeah. So it's a lot going on out here. So be cool. Be careful. Okay. Let's get some advice. Just avoid, if your intuition is telling you something, just chill. Just chill and stop. And just, put pieces together, think about it, take your time, don't rush into making any, people might be coming in trying to get you to rush to make a decision. You need to make a decision now, and all of this nonsense, time is of the essence, and, or somebody could be playing with the element of time, like, oh, well, we've been together so long, oh, you gonna leave me after we've been together all this long, and don't let people play with you with the time thing. Because it's not about how long you've been with them, it's how they treated you during that time frame. So you sitting here talking about, oh, we've been together, but look at how you treated me all this time. So some of you may be feeling like, I'm embarrassed. I've been around this person all this time. And they ain't been doing nothing but draining me dry, fucking me, taking from me, draining my wallet, draining my pocket. I ain't got nothing to show for that connection. Nothing to show for it. So for some of you, this might be energy you might have to deal with and you may have to accept. But don't let that put you in a state where you're vulnerable and this person, you want to cuss this person out now because you're angry, because, you realize that this relationship is going nowhere or it went nowhere, and that this person was just, using you for sex. Some of you did make the right decision. You did cut it off, okay? And maybe you didn't say much. Okay, you just stop talking to them. Or if you do talk to them because maybe you have children or you're related to them or you got to deal with them some way, shape, or form, you only say what you need to. You done wrap this up. All right. And so, or maybe that's what you want to do. All right. But this person is going to want to come in. Or this is you wanting to reach back out to this person. Be careful. I wouldn't do it if this was something that you stepped away from. I would reassess why you stepped away. Because you stepped away for a reason. You ain't just fall out, or did they ghost you? Okay, now if they ghosted you, and some of you are feeling anxious because you're wondering if this person is coming back. This is what I was talking to you about earlier about getting that closure. You don't need this person to come back to give you closure. You have the power to do that yourself. This person didn't even have the audacity to say to you nothing. They couldn't even send you an email. They couldn't even call you and say, hey, I'm sorry I wasn't, able to talk to you. It's been a minute, but hey, can you do me a favor and give me your email address? And then fucking hang up on you after they get your email address. And then at least they could send you an email and tell you what they wanted to say if they can't say it to you. They didn't even do that. They didn't have the decency to do that. They just left. Just poof, gone. Now, if something happened to them, that's something different. But if nothing happened to them, they just bounced. You deserve better. Don't sit around waiting for this person to come back. What they're going to tell you is they regret doing this. This is what they're going to come in telling you. I regret it. I was wrong. Oh, the grass wasn't green on the other side, huh? It wasn't? Oh, that's what happened. Oh, this person was manipulating you, playing with you? So you found that they was playing games with you, huh? Ah, okay. So you didn't believe in our situation. Oh, that's what that was? Oh, okay, because he was hotter than me. Oh, is that what it was? Oh, she was fly. She was prettier than me. Oh, okay. So now you feeling some sort of way because you realize that she was just using you for money. Oh, he was just in your pockets and he was draining you sexually as well. Oh, is that what that is? So now you want to come back. Now you want to come through. Now you want to holler. You want to apologize. Really? I remember the things we used to do. I want to try some things we've never done before. But this card also to me, it says that too, because this is what I'm getting with the energy of this reading. But it also says to me that you're going to do something different. Normally, you would take this person back. Normally, you would be like, okay, normally this person would give you a half assed response when you wanted to end things because they knew you wanted to end things. This person doesn't do right until you start getting to the point where you getting fidgety and ready to go. Then it's like, oh, I'm sorry. And then they're going to try something new to get you back. Listen, Linda, listen. Come on now. You know the routine. All right. Integrity. Does the situation align with your morals and values? Is this really the relationship that you want? Morally and ethically in your values, how do you feel within when you're with this person? This is what you're going to have to question. For some of y'all dealing with someone who married. And some of y'all are embarrassed because it's been exposed. Okay? You were dealing with someone, or some of you may find out that your partner may have been out dealing with someone else, okay? And you may have to make a decision. This is what I was saying earlier. If this type of energy unfortunately finds its a way to your doorstep, please think logically first. Please take some time. If you got to just, pack a bag and bounce real quick till you can get your head together, please. And we already know what the finances was about. Okay? The finances. Ain't no romance without finance type of, this is what this is. So somebody was around just for the money. Or they coming around just for the money. This could be past, present, or future energy. Remember, we got all this retrograde energy. These could be people coming out of these types of situations coming towards you. And they may have residual following behind them. Don't jump in too quick. Okay, don't jump in too quick. Don't be too thirsty to find, when you find something new to hop on, and don't be so quick to run back to the old. Sit in that energy for a minute. You got to have a little integrity about yourself. You have to. You have to make these people respect you whether they want to or not. And the thing is that they're going to have to, if you don't allow them back in, they're going to have to. They ain't got no choice. They may not like it, but so what? Don't be used. Don't be used. All right. Let's get some advice. Don't be used. And if any of this negative karma affects you directly, I just hope that it's not, I don't even know what to say. I just hope that, it's something that you're able to benefit from in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, GPS. Okay, so yeah, this is all about direction. I'm getting direction, your frequency, your vibration. Okay, picking up on the different frequencies around you, tuning in your radio to a specific station so that you could clearly hear what's going on, right? And when you hear what you hear, then you make moves to do what you need to do, right? You either move away from it or investigate further. But number 15 is GPS. It says, oh my God, your intuition is being a real show off these days. It's really, okay, hold on. It's so, it's so ready to help navigate your life. And quite frankly, it's getting a tad bit impatient, okay? It just can't understand why, when it knows the fun, easy route, you insist on doing everything without its help. There's no need to be lost forever, okay? Especially now that you're about to stumble onto a gold mine. See, you about to get your good karma. This is what I'm telling you. You need to pay attention to these energies if they pop up or something resonates. You know, you how a dog will lift his head and start. If you feel that way when you hear any of this stuff in this reading, then you need to investigate that situation further. Keep your eye on it. And most importantly, think logically. Don't, use your discretion. Use your discretion. Now, if you're going to take action, I would recommend that you have some facts before you take action. I mean, it's one thing for your intuition to tell you to guide you someplace, but if you're going to, do something towards someone, make sure you have some something you can actually put hands on so that you see that this is proof. But if it's you just leaving or going somewhere and getting away from a situation, go by your hunch, definitely. But if you're going to take action towards a person, make sure you have some type of facts, something tangible, not just your intuition. I know you did it, because then you're going to set this person off. If they did do it, now they know you onto them. Okay, so you ain't got to let everybody know, what you know. You could know full well what's going on. You ain't got to let this person know you know what they up to. Oh, I want to apologize. Can I come over? I've been thinking about you. Yo, come on, baby. I know things ain't been the way they need to be. Baby, I know. But what I want to do, I'm telling you, I'm here. I'm showing up, baby. I'm showing up. I'm here. I'm showing up. I just want to talk to you. I want to apologize to you. You know you're the one for me. I don't even know why we sitting here going through this, baby. I just been crazy. I've been wilding out. My peoples, they've been bugging me out. The money situation. Baby, I'm trying not to make excuses, but I'm just saying. Can we talk? Can we meet up? I miss you. I miss that. I know you miss me too. Come on with the bullshit, okay? They're going to run it down to you. I'm telling you, they're going to run it down to you. You don't got to see this person in person. They can apologize over the phone. If they're going to say what they got to say, look, you got to tell me what you got to tell me over the phone. I'm sorry, you got to tell me. I can't meet you right now. I'm so big. Listen, I got to go. Listen, here, do me a favor. You got a pen? Oh, how about this? I'm going to text you my email address, and you just let me know what it is you need to say. I'm sorry, I got to go. I'm in the middle, so I'm sorry. Love you. Bye. In the call. All right, y'all. Don't let these people play with you. I wish y'all the best, and I'll see you in the next reading. Later.